Welcome to our first lesson, and congratulations! You are on your way to having a young active writer in your home. Today's lesson is called Front-Load Action Writing. As the title suggests, it's about writing in actions. It is also about helping your child start writing the most exciting things first. So instead of starting with, I went to a Japanese music festival today, you want to start with, boom, boom. The Japanese drums matched the rhythm of my heartbeat. My body was shaking with each strike. The first part of the lesson is to ask your child to write about a recent visit to a museum, festival, or any public event. You want to encourage your child to write down everything they saw, heard, tasted, smelled, or touched. Your child's writing might look like this in the beginning. I went to the museum with my parents last weekend. I saw a large dinosaur skeleton. I really liked a skeleton that hung from the ceiling. We went to the cafeteria to eat lunch. There were lots of people there. The food smelled delicious. I had spaghetti and meatballs. This paragraph gives the reader a good idea of what the child did, but it sounds boring. You will notice that all three sentences in the example started with the word I. What you want to do is to tell your child that none of the first three sentences should start with the word I. For example, I went to the museum. I saw a large dinosaur skeleton. You want to change it to, the museum near my home has the largest dinosaur skeleton I have ever seen. I really liked a skeleton that hung from the ceiling. Can turn into, my dad and I spent a lot of time looking up at the dinosaur skeleton hanging from the ceiling. This helps the child to take the focus away from I to the event itself. Here is a second draft using this technique. The museum near my home has the largest dinosaur skeleton I have ever seen. My dad and I spent a lot of time looking up at the dinosaur skeleton hanging from the ceiling. The cafeteria was filled with people during lunchtime. My spaghetti and meatballs was delicious. Now you have completed the front-load action writing challenge. Don't you think the second copy is much better than the first? We will keep learning and keep editing. To show you what's ahead, this is an example of a third draft. This draft has a better flow from event to event. The museum near my home has the largest dinosaur skeleton I have ever seen. It was the weekend, so the museum was filled with people. Feeling drowned in the crowd, I spent most of the time hanging out with my dad, looking up at the dinosaur skeleton hanging from the ceiling. By noon, my stomach was growling, and we decided to eat at the modern-looking cafeteria. The air smelled delicious. Send me your kids before and after writing. I would love to see them. Remember, a good piece of writing has to go through continuous editing. In order to encourage kids to write better, we need to make sure that you know that their first draft is not going to be perfect. And it is what it is. A first draft. Good writing takes time. So repeat after me. The quickest way to improve writing is through continuous rewriting and editing. I will not criticize my kids' drafts, only help to make them better. Stay tuned for the next topic, which is exchange statements for descriptions.